Da 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 da. Well, hello everyone. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you KP Meets John Lancie, the movie, or alternatively, actually going to meet John Lancie in 3D. So here we are, internet. After like a whole year later and some other stuff that happened, I got to meet my senpai, and it was awesome. Awesome. I'm sure by now all of you beautiful people have seen the interview, but we also have other stuff to talk about. All the stuffs. Here, let's get started at the beginning. So, I arrived Thursday morning, really early. Nothing really eventful happened Thursday except we spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to get checked into the hotel. Oh, and me and the crew did all the stupid touristy crud. Like had lunch on the pier and visited the first Starbucks and got lost in the city and visited the space, and got lost in the city some more. Here's a cool montage. We also talked to Joe, who gave a speech about meeting John. Who was that one guy?
You made it. You're there. In Seattle. Going to meet John Lancie.
And that happened
the next day.
So Friday was fun. We went to the opening ceremonies and we thought John was there, but surprise bitch, he wasn't arriving till 2 p.m. So my friends and I goofed off, like going to the anthology panel and the vendor hall like a million times. And then someone says through the door, John Lancie's here! And then I tell my friend Nick, I'm like, Nick, can we peek, please? And he's like, sure, and then we go peek. So I was wearing a backpack the first time I saw John, and I might have had such a fit that it broke, and the whole line made fun of me.
You see him? I got it on camera this time.
But then we did some more goofing around until the John Lancie Shirklap Pones thing. So my crew and I get there early because we're supposed to be doing press for this event. There's like 10-ish people in a room that can hold 60 people. The con head goes to me, and he's like, don't approach John, KP, he's tired. And I'm like, sure, I won't bother him. About 5 minutes later, John comes in the back of the door. Keep in mind, this is the closest I've been to him yet. And he's talking to Jenny and Griffin or Shirklap, and he's like 5 feet away from me, and I start shaking. Everyone can tell that I'm breaking a little bit. The con guy goes to me, and he's like, you're adorable, KP. And I'm like, shut up. And after some complications, John and Shirklap leave. The dude yells, yo, KP, yite? And I'm like, yep, and then I die on the carpet. So before John goes on his panel, though, he's talking with the con guy, and then the con guy tells me to go over. And the con guy's like, here's KP. She's like your biggest fan. And then John shakes my hand. He's like, yeah, we're talking later. And I'm like, yep. And he's like, yep. And then John goes upstage, and then, I don't know. It was short. Here's footage of it. Go watch the footage. And also, John stole my pen.
Okay. All right. So she's the one who wants to. And we're going to talk tomorrow at 11 or something. Okay. Well, this is going to be different, and I'm going to explain to people why it's different. Okay. All right. Okay.
Cut to about 2 hours later, the panel is delayed, and there's a change of plans. So John instead is by himself, reading a script he wrote as a 20-something about his struggles with dyslexia. And it was great. But about like 10 minutes near the end of the script, there's a pause, and everyone's like, why is he stopping? And then when he begins again, his speech is breaking. And he's crying. Like, and then I started crying, and then everyone cried on this trip. Everyone, period.
I wasn't prepared for this.
But in all seriousness, this did a whole bunch to help me humanize him so I wouldn't be spaghetti monster around him. Well, more than beforehand. Anyway, Saturday. You know what happened today? Stuff. All the stuffs. I don't really remember all that happened today except besides my panel with Josh and John's panel and the Ditto with Discord event. That's all I remember. But anyway, so I got the best phone ever at John's panel. Just let me go watch this thing.
Do you know who I Love Kim Possible a lot is?
And then the crowd parts because they know I'm there. And I'm like... And then everyone cheered when I ran up, and it was like the best. Best. Here's footage of it. Go watch the footage.
Do you know who I love Kim Possible a lot is?
I do now.
Okay, well, I was going to ask a question later anyway, but we actually did. I made a video for you, and that's probably what they're all referencing. We'll talk about it later. But we actually did a charity shirt selling thing before the convention, so we have these shirts, and I saved you one. Would you like it?
Sure.
Sure? Okay.
Oh, I can't possibly show this. Oh, no, you don't want to see this. Please. Avert your eyes. Okay, next.
And also this happened.
Who do you think Discord should be with? Fluttershy or Celestia?
He's asking you which of the ponies you would like to date, Fluttershy or Celestia.
Celestia.
Suck it, except you can ship whatever you want. Sorry. Senpai is best senpai. Then we kind of dicked around until my panel with Josh Scorcher, where we did a riffing, and I needed better practice because all I said was that's what she said jokes, and my mic was a little quiet. But then I had to leave early for the dinner with Discord, where John is really tired at this point, but he's still cool, and he tried to talk to me a little bit, and I was kind of...
I'm Fluttershy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
My name is Fluttershy.
Didn't quite catch that.
How the dinner worked is there were 4 tables, and all 4 tables there was an empty space, and that's where John was supposed to sit, and John went and spent like 20 minutes at each table, and it was interesting. So there was a toast, and now there's this guy, and John made this analogy about putting your pants on, and that some people take longer to put their pants on. So keeping that in mind, the guy uses that in his speech, and then when I go up to say something, John says to me, "But keep your pants on," and then the room booms. Oh, he makes the best jokes that go over his head. Anyway, so I gave a speech to him, live, in front of like 30 people. Don't ever do that, guys, ever. And after that, they actually had prints of the big blue wing for everyone to have, like 30 prints. And they also had a big blue pool noodle, which was there, and everyone signed it. And then he made the joke, "I don't think that will fit." And then I said, "I thought we were keeping our pants on." I'm so funny. Then John borrowed my pen again and signed the pictures, and Merry Christmas, the end. Sunday. Interview day, woo! So we got there about 9 a.m. even though the interview wasn't supposed to start till 10, because God forbid I'm late for my John Lancie interview. Then John's about half an hour late due to some miscommunication, and he's obviously tired, and that scares the living daylight out of me. Note to anyone who cares, don't schedule or plan to meet John in the morning for anything ever. He was a little tired. But as the interview went on and I gave him the letters and talked about the video, his mood improved, and by the end he was all bouncy again. After the cameras were off, he noticed he loosened up even more and made small talk until they had to do a press interview thing. He then put the John Lancie video in his pocket, and I bet he's gonna watch it soon. Hopefully. Maybe. He even said, like, we should have done a panel about this. That's how excited he was.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Yay! I did the thing. And then after that I cried for like 45 minutes. After that I had my own KP panel. Have some highlights.
Let us begin. I love KP a lot, the editing process.
This guy gets it.
Now this right there is the real reason why we do this.
I'm probably gonna get like slapped really hard after the panel after this, but it's Discord and Pinkie Pie.
And then we all died, and then in the end, everyone go home now. Senpai noticed me. Don't ignore Kim Possible a lot. So that was my experience, living the dream and meeting someone I idolize. Except make sure he's had his coffee next time, guys. If you missed Everfree, then what's wrong with you? But seriously, now that John's gonna be at all these pony conventions now, and I am too, then the future looks bright, man. Special thanks for the Everfree staff for being awesome. And you know what I learned today? Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned if you want something bad enough, you just have to follow your dreams and be persistent. And complain about it on the internet constantly. Your faithful student, KP.